everyone, Retro Gamer Girl here. Today we're unboxing the Elgato 4K60 Pro Mark II. I'll also be showing you a comparison of the new Mark II versus the HD60S. And we'll take a look at my Streamlabs layout so you can see how to output 1080p on Twitch. Released in August 2019, the brand new Elgato 4K60 Pro allows you to record and game capture in HDR. The 4K60 Pro has also had a huge price reduction here in Australia. It was retailing at $5.99, but now the Mark II is $3.99. When unboxing the 4K60 Pro, it also comes with its own high-quality 4K HDMI cable. Once I finished my PC build, I removed the PCI expansion slot cover. I then carefully placed the Elgato capture card into the motherboard, then secured into place. Now it's time for the software. Because I'm using Windows, I'm going to download the Game Capture for Windows, Stream Deck for Windows because this is my new PC, and also the 4K Capture utility. One extremely important thing to note is that the Elgato website did not state that the 4K60 Pro Mark II doesn't support AMD GPUs. The site states NVIDIA GeForce GX10 or better, so the Radeon 5700 RX was not suitable as it is an AMD card. I was luckily able to exchange the GPU at my PC store for the Asus GeForce RX 2060 Strix, which is supported by Elgato. Now that I've downloaded the 4K Capture utility and installed it, I'm able to record my PlayStation 4 or any other console that you have running through the 4K 60 Pro Mark II capture card. In this instance, for the review, I'm actually going to show you my PS4 Pro coming through clearly on the Capture Utility software. Now what we're going to do is click on the top right hand corner to bring up the settings. Now under General, this is all set to Standard. The device, you can see that it's actually pulling the name there of Game Capture 4K60 Pro Mark II. The picture does not need to be adjusted. And the recording, it's going to tell you where the recording location is going to be and also the video encoder. Now it's now showing me that the NVIDIA GeForce RX 2060 is selected and it is automatic. You can select something else there, but of course we just leave that to automatic, so it's selected the GPU. And I've also ticked enable HDR recording. The format is 2160 by 60. And everything else looks fantastic there. So we're going to go cancel there because all of the settings are correct. To record, all I did was simply hit the record button down the bottom and you can see that it's starting to record there. Once you hit the record button or pause, it's going to stop. All of my files save under the 4K Capture Utility folder and they're easily accessible. Now let's take a look at recording in 1080p versus 4K HDR.
Okay, just tell me when to shoot. No, Father! I'm ready!
Boy.
Think I'm afraid of you! You're nothing to me!
Boy,
Nothing!
look at me! Look at me, boy! Boy, look at me.
We did it.
You are not ready.
In this example, I wanted to show Kratos standing still in the same spot. Now I'm going to show you 1080p followed by 4K. You'll see here that the HDR picture is a lot brighter than the standard images and covers more of the color range that's visible to the human eye. As you can see, the 4K60 Pro Mark II makes a huge difference over the 1080p quality. I also wanted to show outputting 720p to Twitch versus 1080. Now the 720 was using the Elgato HD60S and the 1080p output is using the new Elgato 4K60 Pro Mark II. Now I'm asked this often and it's how do I set up my streams? I'm currently using Streamlabs OBS, which is a free software available online. Once you download and install Streamlabs, you'll be prompted to log in with whichever platform that you use for streaming. And in this instance, I'm going to be showing you Twitch. Follow the easy instructions for installation and then open Streamlabs to get started. For this video review, I've just used a basic canvas with no overlays. But normally, if you join one of my Twitch streams, you'll see the webcam at the bottom. Let's take a look at how to add your capture card to the Streamlabs scene. On the bottom of Streamlabs, you can see that it's broken up into scenes, sources, and mixer. Go to sources and then click on the plus icon to bring up the menu. Then click on video capture device. You're then going to be prompted by another window, which is going to show you to add a webcam or video capture device. And you're going to click on that and then add source. As you can see, I clicked cancel because my capture card is already displaying. If you are adding this fresh though, you need to click add source. Once that displays, it's going to show on the top left-hand corner and then you'll need to adjust it to screen. Now we're going to look at the settings to output to 1080p. You need to click on the settings icon, which is the cog down the bottom on the left-hand corner. And then you're going to go through all of these different settings. The stream and service I'm currently at is on Twitch, but you can update this information when you log into Streamlabs if you would choose to be on YouTube. Then I'm going to go to output, and in this area you can choose to select if it's going to be coming from your GPU or CPU, but do know that in this instance you're going to need a pretty decent one to use any of the game capture software and also to start streaming. So that's something to really look into when you're going to either upgrade your PC or purchase a new laptop. I've set this to advanced and I'm going to be running it from my GPU. Now, the CBR, which means constant bitrate, has been set to 3500. Previously, I had a pretty terrible upload speed of about 4 megabits. But now with the installation of NBN, I'm at 20 plus megabits, which is fantastic news because I can increase that bitrate in the future. Preset is set to quality, which is fine. After researching, I believe that the main profile is easier to decode, thus making your stream more stable. From what I can tell, most Twitch streamers have their profile set to main. I've used all the default settings for the audio tab, and lastly we'll go through the video settings. The base resolution is your canvas, so in this instance mine is a 4K monitor, but yours may be different and show 1920 by 1080. The output resolution is to the platform that you're streaming on, and for instance, with Twitch, they only allow 1920 by 1080 at the moment. If you are streaming to YouTube, you do have the potential of streaming up to 4K. Now there are 3 options in the downscale filter. Lanczos is definitely the best filter to use. Out of the 3, it will have the highest CPU usage, but shouldn't have any noticeable impact. And finally, I've left the FPS type to common and also to 30 frames. I've done this for stability, but of course, with a higher bitrate and excellent internet, I'll be able to up that to 60. Since your presets are all ready to go for 1080p streaming on Twitch, you can now click done and simply go live. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in to watch this unboxing and testing video of the 4K60 Pro Mark II. My next video on the Mark II is going to show you how to capture and stream retro games. But until next time, I'll talk to you later.